Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Football with Brownie. I hope you're all well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic. Before I go any further, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel, because without your support, the channel cannot progress. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have a very, very special guest. I'm very honoured that this gentleman's taken his time out of his busy schedule to talk about his interest in football. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce Mr. Libor Sečka, the Czech ambassador to the United Kingdom. Mr. Ambassador, very, very good morning to you, and I hope that I didn't destroy your surname there when I tried to pronounce it. I do apologise if that is the case.
Good morning, Adam, and good morning, all the friends. It's a big pleasure for me to be today with you and perhaps share some of my impressions about football and about my work.
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Ambassador, I hope you don't mind. I took a little time out to look back on your life and career before this show. I read that you graduated from Moscow State Institute of International Relations, then studying international economic relations. You then completed special internships in Bonn, Brussels, and London. So, at what point in your educational years did you start taking an interest in the world's favourite sport, which is football? And what team do you support as well, sir?
Yeah. Well, Adam, I would say perhaps that I started a little bit earlier than in the university with the sport. I played for my football team at the regional youth level in the Czech Republic. So I started at 10 years, and I played at home up to 18. So then I went to the university, and I played for the Czech squad in the Moscow University. So we had national teams, and we played some small league in Moscow. And later on, I played also for my ministry, because also in Prague, the ministers and central institutions, they have a special league. So it's of course it's not the high level, but it's entertainment, and it's a good to meet a lot of friends. So I played also for the squad of my ministry, and we played also the international cup among some Central European countries like Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Austria. So there was yearly so-called Summer Central European Cup. We played among the foreign ministers, and I played for my team.
Okay, what position did you play, sir?
Well, you know, I started in attack, but with the time I moved slowly back to box. But in meantime, I play in the center of the field. If you see what is playing now, Soucek in West Ham, perhaps we can compare it a little bit in my youth.
Okay, I'm the same. I was very much a similar position, but then as time went on, I started being on the substitutes bench and not even selected in the team then. Well, to be honest, or to be truthful, sir, the reason in which you caught my eye was when Czech internationals Soucek and Coufel both signed for West Ham. I have many West Ham YouTube friends on my social media, and many of them then were recognising your tremendous work in pushing the Isla Caton charity, cancer charity, to the forefront of not just football fans, but fans of the whole footballing community within both the UK and the Czech Republic. So can you just explain to people who don't know about this charity, what you did to help, the campaign?
I would perhaps start with saying that I try to use sport and football as well as a tool for my work. Yeah. It's a hobby, it's entertainment, but at the same time, it's a very important instrument for me.
Yes.
And I understand the football like a tool which is connecting people. And I did it in all my previous positions. So I work with the football, also with culture, but football, it's something I like so much. even been in Spain in my beginning of my career. But here in London, first I met Peter Czech. Peter Czech was goalkeeper in Chelsea and later on in Arsenal. And we started very good communication. We did some small things together. So even before Coufel and Soucek, I already had connection for the Czechs in the English football. And when Tomáš Soucek came, last year in February, his position was very, very difficult because he came in the middle of the season to the club which was in the very low positions in the table. And it's cost a lot to him to convince the colleagues to play with him. So he fought a lot to be recognized in the team, to get a good position. And in this very beginning, I connected him, I approached him, and we became the friends. And I saw that Tomáš is a very special person. It's not only a fantastic football player, but it's a very nice person as well, with a broad vision about the things around him. So we started the communication. We met, in our family formats, and then later on, Vladimír Coufel came. And I understood that both are very much communicative, very much open. They would like to get more knowledge about the environment they are in. So I tried to give them my experience from the English environment, from London. I tried to help them a little bit, and we became the friends. Then, because I played football, I did a lot of things with this. So we began with some new projects. For example, we have here a very, very famous project which is called Never Forgotten, because in UK territory there is more than 300 graves of Czechoslovak soldiers from the Second World War. And I try to go to each grave and to pay tribute to the soldiers.
I've noticed that.
And I invited them, and they say, okay, it's something we like, because they have a very strong relationship with their home country, and we came together to one of the cemeteries in London to put flowers there and to be there and to pay tribute. So we started to do also some social events and social activities. Of course, not bothering them in the training and so, but it was possible. But it was possible. We did it, and finally, I understood that the West Ham club and the broad camp of fans, they are very much, I would say, solidarity. They show a lot of solidarity with some cases, and in our concrete case with Isla Caton, which is a small girl suffering from very special type of cancer. And I was approached by many fans to do something also with Soucek and with Coufel to help her. And I approached to them and said, okay, let's try to do auction. We will put some things. In this case, the T-shirts signed by Soucek and by Coufel, and also one former player and colleague from them from Slavia Prague, Sima, who is a Senegalese attacker. So we did auction. For these three T-shirts, and we collected 5,520 something pounds, which is, it's not extraordinary sum, but it's good sum to help.
Oh, without doubt.
And I have to say that in this case, Soucek and Coufel were very, very much helpful. They made special videos sending regards to Isla, making a big campaign. So it was not so easy to organize it, because you have two clubs and three players, and they have their obligations, time, and everything. But I promised, and I did what I could, and finally we managed. So I'm so happy, and I met Isla Caton mom here at my residence, and she was very, very grateful. So this is giving me hope that perhaps we can do something more in the future.
In the future. Well, I have to be honest, Mr. Ambassador. I'm 42 years old, and back in the past, I have taken an interest in politics, but you are the only ambassador I can remember. Okay, in my 42 years of being on this planet, who the only ambassador in the UK I can remember, simply because of and it is, let's be honest, the basic fundamental issue that football is a world language, and it can be a bridge to repair any issues within communities. And I'm very shocked that I'm very shocked, if I'm honest with you, that it's taken this long for an ambassador to come to the UK and work with football.
Now, I thank you so much for so many nice words, but I think it's not. I don't deserve. This. For me, it's a hobby. It's an entertainment. I like it, and if I'm doing this, I try to think about how more useful can be my passion to do the football, and I try to show that it's not only the game, it's not only the entertainment, but it's some social model, something we can use. To
a tool.
There is a very strong interlink between football and society. This is what I would like to say.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. Ambassador, a combination of the Czech players in which we mentioned and Slavia Prague seems to be an ongoing thing now between the two clubs, as we've already mentioned. As a football fan, I'm also seeing both sets of supporters forming a strong bond. So I'm just wondering, looking in the future, what can be done to strengthen that bond between both sets of clubs? I've seen on many occasions that after COVID, that some supporters have been suggesting maybe an annual pre-season friendly between the both clubs.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Slavia made a very good experience with selling 2 players to West Ham, and West Ham made very good experience in signing 2 Slavia players.
Yeah.
So there's a good base, very good base now for cooperation or for more activity together. Perhaps to make it more fair, I have also to mention that there is one female player from Slavia Prague playing in West Ham. Katerina Svitkova. She's excellent, and today they will play the qualification for the European Championship against Switzerland. So she's now in the representation team. So it's 2 players from male squad, 1 player from female squad. They can do more. Perhaps also in some exchange of the youth teams. They are thinking about what they can do. Perhaps some more interconnection between the youth managers. So there's a lot of things which are open, and we will see how this will be developed in future. But regarding to this possibility of the friendly match, of course, I think it's a wish of both. Teams. Yeah. As I may know. It could be. It's a wish also of the management of both teams, but there's a lot of questions now. We have a COVID restrictions, so they are slowly, leaving, and we are slowly entering into the more normal conditions also for sport.
Yeah.
Then West Ham is playing very well this year, and they have a very good chance to play European competitions. Since
I know
it's
fantastic. It's fantastic for all football fans. I think the journey this year has been a dream for all football fans. I think.
Yeah, the same will be with a great probability Slavia Prague. So I'm saying this because the calendars of both clubs will be very, very full. So we will see how this season will finish, and if there are some good chances for the friendly match. I think it's something which both clubs would like to do. But we have judged very much the real possibilities and conditions. So it's a very open issue. I try to to have a permanent communication with many sides, not only two sides, but there is a strong will of the fans. There is a mother of Isla, but there are still many questions we have to have answered, and then we can go ahead.
Okay, no problem at all. Now, sir, as you know, I now reside in Marbella, Spain. However, my home country is Wales. So firstly, I'd like to apologise on Wales beating the Czech Republic last week.
You don't need to apologise. We will play in October in Prague.
But I do hope that you enjoyed a very warm Welsh welcome, and found your trip enjoyable. One of my attractions on Twitter these days is your account, if I'm honest with you, because I'm fascinated what you get up to, and I really was pleased to see that you enjoyed Cardiff city centre, but then you went out into the countryside, into the villages and of Wales, of my home country. And you seem to really enjoy that. Would you like to tell us more about it?
Well, it was an absolutely fantastic experience for me to be there. We have quite a lot of Czechoslovak soldiers' graves in Wales. This time we were in the south and west part of the country. We went to Pembrokeshire, to the small village called Engel. Well, it was absolutely fantastic. It's a really end of the world, with a medieval church with a small churchyard, with a lot of ravens. there. So the atmosphere is like from special film, and I met there the two gentlemen. Who took care about the memory of the Czechoslovak soldiers, and we had a very nice discussion about football, but about the world as well. They were very much interested why the Czech. We spoke also about the result, and of course I congratulate them with the victory of Wales. Even though we didn't play so bad, but I hope that in October in Prague the result will be different. And also, they asked me why our players didn't take the knee, now. Very usual here, and I explained them that our culture is a little bit different. The evolution of our society, it's different from the British one, and our players showed their respect on the shoulder. So there was another form how to show the respect to the equality and no racism in the football. So we had a very nice discussion about that. The people I found in Pembrokeshire, but also in Brecon Beacons, they were so heartful, so warm. I have to say that I didn't see it so many times in the UK. I was really surprised with the hospitality, with the direct approach. It was for me, very refreshing feeling. I think I made some friends, some new friends there. And if the condition allows, I would like to return there, because it was a really fantastic experience. And I think that also because of the fact that they are a small nation like we are, this understanding it's perhaps more easy than with the bigger nations. So it's also some observation I made there.
You're making me homesick now, sir. You're making me homesick. Mr. Ambassador, we've come to the end of our questions. Part one, I did have an additional question, which I just wondered how much you like your music. Okay. Now, the reason I ask this, because I'm unsure you've heard of a 1980s British band called Half Man, Half Biscuit. Now, they had a song out called All I Want for Christmas is the Dukla Prague away kit. That was the name of their song. So, firstly, I also hear that you were a former Dukla Prague fan. And so secondly, I'm wondering if you ever did have a Dukla Prague away shirt for Christmas.
Well, I mean, Dukla Prague, I mean, there was a club of my youth. When I was small, I mean, in my family, my father, everybody supported Dukla Prague. I mean, with Masopust at the time, the very big Czech player or Czechoslovak player this time. So this is a phenomenon for us. Of course, now, I mean, coming back to the current situation, we have Sparta Prague and Slavia Prague.
Yeah,
they are. I mean, taking the leading role now. The Dukla Prague is playing in the second league now, but the older people with a great memory, and so they wish Dukla Prague come back to the first league and play the same role than as used to do in the past.
Yeah, because it was so eye-catching, their shirts, because it was yellow sleeve and a red top, or the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely right. I had one at home as well. Yeah.
Okay, no problem at all.
Okay.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you ever so much for joining, taking the opportunity, and can you also thank your colleagues for me as well, because without their help, it wouldn't have happened this morning. Coming on to my little YouTube channel, it's given me some hope that the small guys out there can really make a difference in the world of YouTube. Also, just one thing: the next time I'm in London with my partner, any chance of a little catch up in the embassy, or?
Well, I mean, it's perfectly possible. I think. My mission, because I'm already 5 years in London, so my mission is slowly approaching to the end, perhaps I will finish my mission here in August this year. Okay. So if you are able to come with your friend to London before that, it will be more than pleasure to see you here in my residence or in my embassy. So thank you very much, Adam.
Or maybe in West Ham's ground, you never know.
Oh yeah, well.
Thank you ever so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Adam. Yeah, thank you so much. I enjoyed a lot, and have a nice day. And mucho gusto de verte.
Mucho gusto. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.